Hi there. Thanks for joining us on CTV News Channel on this Sunday, August 28th. I'm Tony Grace, and we begin with more reaction to a disturbing incident involving Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland. A video circulated on social media shows a man verbally harassing her during a visit in Alberta on Friday.
Chrystia,
yes.
what the are you doing in Alberta? You traitorous. Get the out of this province.
You don't belong here.
The man let loose with a barrage of insults and profanities as Freeland arrived for a meeting at the City Hall in Grand Prairie, Alberta. Now, Freeland, who was born in Alberta, says she plans to keep going to the province, calling it home. Today, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau saying this.
I want to take a moment to address, in part, the video we saw this weekend of the Deputy Prime Minister being subjected to some extremely disturbing harassment and threats. And this is not an isolated incident. Sadly, this is something we're seeing more and more of. Certainly, members of this community have seen it, but we're seeing increasingly people in public life, people in positions of responsibility, particularly women, racialized Canadians, people of minority or different community groups being targeted.
And to discuss this more, we are pleased to be joined by Catherine McKenna today, former cabinet minister in the Trudeau government. Catherine, thanks so much for taking some time for us today.
Well, glad to join. I'm wearing a hoodie because I'm at a cottage, but I haven't been speaking out on a lot of things here in Canada. I'm focused on climate change, but this is something that is very personal. And I think it's really important that we have a real conversation in Canada about this because it's, quite frankly, it's dangerous.
Well, and it would probably be helpful right now to know how you navigated your own personal experiences in this regard. And I know that you've said it wasn't why you left politics, but it certainly was something that you spoke out about.
Yeah, look, there were some really high-profile incidents that were really worrying, not just for me, but for my family. And then there were a bunch of other incidents, but I'm not alone in this. High-profile politicians, especially women, especially if you happen to be racialized, you get attacked. And it's not okay. And when you look at the situation, I think a lot of people can relate. A lot of women can potentially relate. If you're a visible minority, LGBTQ+ community, someone's yelling at you. And you actually look at the video, because I remember this. And Lisa Ray, former Conservative politician, she and I talked about this on Twitter. It's that feeling. It's that feeling where you turn around and you're just, someone calls out to you and you're open. So you say, hey, and then you just get attacked. And she's literally stuck in an elevator with all female staff. I can't even imagine how they felt, with some guy who's a bully. And if you look at the extended video, which I'm not encouraging people to do, but I just think there's a reality check here. It is, he thinks this is hilarious, that he thinks this is really funny, that he's tracked down someone who got in politics, may have different vision, but just did it because, wants to get things done. It's not okay. But what I'm going to say too, and this is really important, and this is to former colleagues in the House of Commons, including Pierre Poilievre, you have to call this out. We need all politicians across party lines to say this is not acceptable. And you cannot hang out with folks, alt-right who want an armed overthrow of government and, peddling conspiracy theories. That's not what politics is about. Disagree, sure, but stand together. And I really hope, actually, what I'd like to see, one, is that there's a press conference with all party leaders. They stand up and say, this is not okay. This is not okay in Canada. We stand against this kind of abuse, harassment, and we're going to step up security for politicians because it becomes very quickly a politicized issue. I remember when I spoke up and some people would say, what, you can't take it? Yeah, guess what? I could take it, but it's not okay. And, I don't want women, I don't want racialized Canadians, members of the LGBTQ+ community, Indigenous Canadians to think they can't go into politics because they're going to have to stand against this. So, you know what? We need a conversation here in Canada. And I think politicians, if you're going to be in politics, you owe it to behave responsibly, to actually talk, not attack people, but present ideas. We now have We're getting out of a COVID crisis, we've got a national security crisis, and the thing I'm most focused on, we got a climate crisis. But meanwhile, we have some politicians who just go on personal attacks, peddling in bonkers conspiracy theories instead of really focusing on what they should be doing, which is coming together to build a better Canada. We can have different views, but we can't be doing politics like this. And folks, if you are mad and you have a different vision, go volunteer in a campaign. Use the ballot box. That's what a democracy is about.
And Catherine, just a second or two left here, but you know, there are political disagreements, and then there is a very human side of this as well. And I think that you were hearing a lot of that come out in the reaction from across political lines, where people were describing a sick feeling in their stomach at seeing this level of discourse happening. Well, you can't even really call it discourse.
Yeah, it's just not okay. Well, this is why I'm speaking out, because I remember that feeling of being scared, but I also don't want other people to go through it. And we're going to have to wake up here, because actually it is dangerous that ministers, especially high-profile ministers, but it's actually folks politicians across party lines. We've seen it with women journalists, racialized journalists getting these attacks. We have to stop it. It has to be called out. It has to be called out across party lines. And we just have to all focus on what we are trying to do, build a better country. We can have different visions. But anyway, most of all right now, I think we need to have a conversation about safety, that it has to be safe for folks in politics, that you can't be going through things like that. And by the way, the Deputy Prime Minister is tough. She can stand up to Putin. But some, big guy who thinks it's hilarious to start yelling at her and physically intimidating the Deputy Prime Minister with no security is not okay.
Okay, we have to leave it at that. But Catherine McKenna, former federal cabinet minister, we really appreciate you being so candid and for offering some personal perspective here. Thanks so much, Catherine.
Thanks.